internet. This is the video that I didn't really want to make. But here we go. Unfortunately, it's D-Day for this thing. It's game over. I've owned it 7 years. It's had 5 different walls in it. I've welded more of it back to, well, Sam's welded more of it back together than I can even explain. The doors have broken so many times, it's on its 3rd pair of doors. How the springs are holding up, I have no idea. And it's going to be a shame. It's going to be a real shame to get rid of it. So why am I going to get rid of it? It's quite simple. I don't need it. And I'm not saying I don't need that, that's great fun. But I don't need this car. This car has gone as far as this car can go. You know, the roof's 4 inches thick, there's 815s in it, it's got a lithium bank, and every time I turn it up now, even though it's only doing 157s, the doors are snapping in half. So I'm having to weld them every time I go to a show, which is just irritating. There's no way around it. We've tried so many different ways. And if I want to go bigger, then this isn't going to be the car for it. Now there's a number of reasons why I can't just stick with this car. 1, the doors that I've just mentioned. 2, the roof. If I sit up straight, I cannot get my hand between my head and the roof. So every speed bump, it's just ow, ow, which is really irritating. Number 3, the wall is too far forward. In an effort to reduce cabin space, I built the wall really far forward. So I'll show you now how much knee room I have. Right, my feet are on the pedals. That's no joke. I can't stretch out any more than that. That's as much as I have. And my seats are as far back as they'll go without hitting the subs. This thing, the pole, it looks cool, and it does look cool, and it does do a great job. But, you know, since we put this in, we've learned that you can weld beams across the front of your windscreen when it's just bare metal. And so this thing is really annoying, it's in the way, and it puts me in this cube. Whereas if I roll this thing, this is going to blend me. It's going to turn me into a smoothie, and no one wants an Adam smoothie. No one. There is an electrical drain somewhere. I have no idea where, but this thing, if left unattended for more than about 5 days, drains itself flat. And because it's got step-down modules, I'm assuming, I can only imagine that that's how the two are connected, but because the lithium is connected to the front battery through the step-down modules, when that drains, that then drains. So I come out here and my lithium is down to like 15.5 volts, which is really bad and really expensive. Yeah. Another thing, where, again, I've built as close to the rear of the car as possible to get the most box space, what's ended up happening is, because of my interior window is tinted, it becomes an oven. And my amps, on a hot day, without even turning the car on, are at well over 50 degrees. And I've blown too many amps up. I don't want to do it anymore. I've tried to put an extractor system in, where a fan blows cold air in and sucks air out. I didn't touch it. The doors. So the doors are in fact illegal. It is a legal requirement to have a door handle. This is my door handle. That's not okay. And I know at the start of this video was loads of clips of everything that's wrong with the outside of the car, but truth be told, I don't care. I don't care that there's a bit of trim missing. I don't care that I can pull my bumper off with just my index finger. There's a dent in the boot lid. You know, the paint on the roof's a different colour at the back. I've got 3 different tones of black the whole way around the car, because this car, I don't know if any of you know this, is a Cat D write-off. I bought it written off. Well, it was rebuilt, but I bought it as a written off car. And I feel like that's the thing with people that are into audio. The outside of your car doesn't matter. It's never going to matter. And anyone else that's into audio doesn't care what the outside of your car looks like. It can be dented, it can be roller painted, it can be rusty. No one cares, because that's not what this is about. It's not about that vanity of driving around and everybody staring at you. It's about the vanity of driving around and everybody staring at you because you're really annoying them because their house is moving. And that's fun. And no disrespect to anybody that does want to spend the time cleaning their car and doing everything like that to it. More power to you. If that's what brings you joy, then that's what brings you joy. But the beauty and the complexity of owning a base car is the simplicity of owning a base car. And that's because you don't need to have a big turbo on it. You don't need to have flawless paint. You don't need to have a big intercooler system. You don't need to have the lightest weight of cars. You don't need any of that. None of that really matters. And you know full well you're still going to draw more of a crowd than all of the cars that have got all of those things. Because people love watching it. People love feeling it. People love being a part of a base car. People love being a part of a base community. Everyone goes, oh my God, look at this guy's car. Look at his install. Look at the hair move. Look at the building shake. Look at this video. And you know it if you're watching this video. You have sent somebody else a video of someone's base car doing something incredible. And the feeling that you get when you find out that other people are enjoying what you have created is something else. So the time has now come to say goodbye to my longest serving, biggest lesson. God, I learnt a lot with this thing. The plan with it now is to strip it. Starting from the front, I've got both alternators to take off, I've got the regulator to take out, I've got the 4 step-down modules that are under there to take off. I've then got all the fuses to take out, I've got all the cabling to pull through into here. I've then got the head unit, which is already out. All the switches need to come out and be unwired. The door speakers need to come out. The door cards, I'll probably just leave them on, to be fair. So say all the wires have got to come out. Then the seats have got to come out. Everything under the seats has got to come out. The subs have all got to come out. They're being installed at my mum's house. All the amps have got to come out. All the lithium's got to come out. All the fans have got to come out. This pole's got to come out. Everything. And I'm going to have to cut the wall to get the cable out, which is going to be a bastard, but you know, we'll get it done. And there will be videos of it. And all joking aside, this car is then going to go for scrap because you can't do anything else with it. That was always the plan. There's nothing else that it can't be turned back into a normal car. There are no seat mounts, they've all been cut out. The wall is in the way of everything, which will then be ripped out. I suppose you could rip it out and redo it if you wanted, but that's up to you. If you want this car, send me a message. We'll see what we can come and do. Come and sort out. To come into a agreement of some form. So the time now has come to say goodbye, mate. It's been fun. Now, if you've made it this far through the video, kudos to you. After I finish this sentence, there's going to be a lot of pictures of the car. As, you know, all the builds I've done in it and everything like that. And if you've made it through this far, then I'm buying a van.